How much is State Route 22 insurance? A State Route 22 filing is not an insurance policy, but rather a continuous verification of liability insurance between your insurance company and the DMV. This filing is required when a licensed driver somehow neglects his/her driving or insurance obligations, either for getting caught driving without insurance, driving under the influence, or some other serious infraction. The DMV will then require that driver prove that they have liability insurance in order to maintain or reinstate a valid license. When you purchase an insurance policy, you inform the agent underwriter that a driver to be insured on the policy requires a State Route 22 filing. They will charge a surcharge for the filing, generally around $25. When the policy goes into effect, the insurance company electronically issues the State Route 22 filing for the driver directly to the DMV. If the policy cancels or lapses for any reason, the insurance company will then electronically cancel the filing, thus immediately informing the DMV that the driver no longer has valid insurance. If a replacement State Route 22 is not filed immediately, i.e., if a new policy is not put in place for that driver, the DMV will suspend the driver's license for failure to maintain liability insurance. To directly answer the question, SR-22 insurance is not inherently expensive, as the filing itself only costs around $25. However, since a driver who requires a State Route 22 filing is, by definition, no longer a good driver, Prop 103, the cost of obtaining a normal insurance policy will be much more expensive than an insurance policy for a driver with a clean driving record. The amount does a State Route 22 insurance cost? State Route 22 protection can shift in cost contingent upon the state you live in and furthermore on the insurance agency offering inclusion. Here, we investigate what State Route 22 protection is, the amount it might cost you, getting a State Route 22 and to what extent you may require it. What is a State Route 22 exactly? In basic terms, a California State Route 22 is a testament of protection gave by an accident coverage organization. A State Route 22 is additionally called a money-related duty recording or a declaration of protection. It checks that the protected has met the state's base necessities with regards to obligation inclusion. Once gave, the insurance agency then advances a duplicate to the California Department of Motor Vehicles (DMV). The amount does a State Route 22 cost? The expense of a State Route 22 changes between insurance agencies. An individual can hope to spend a normal of $300 to $800, contingent upon elements, for example, individual driving history, age, driving experience, conjugal status, and spot of living arrangement. Insurance agencies that do offer State Route 22 inclusion will in general do as such at a significant expense. The declaration itself isn't the main expense. State Route 22 protection customers additionally definitely pay higher premiums for their base risk inclusion. This is because of the way that they are currently viewed as high-chance drivers. Some insurance agencies even require high-chance drivers to pay for the whole inclusion timeframe at once. This can be a significant monetary commitment for some. Moreover, a driver requiring a State Route 22 can lose their great driver rebate. California really denies DUI wrongdoers from profiting by a decent driver markdown for a long time after a conviction. Finding the right State Route 22 insurance company. For those drivers managing State Route 22 necessities, finding the correct insurance agency can be an overwhelming assignment. In the wake of confronting capture, court dates, and disappointing requests from the DMV, the exact opposite thing they need to do is deal with a protection operator. Fortunately, there are choices. Organizations are out there that can assist you with finding the best rates for State Route 22 protection. This is impossible to answer without very specific information about the individual that requires the State Route 22. The best bet is to contact a local agent for quotes. Your age, where you live, if you are insuring a car in addition to the State Route 22, your driving history, etc., are all unique to you and you cannot guess at a rate. To elaborate on Mr. Mansfield, the State Route 22 is merely a mandatory reporting of your coverage. It's not, usually, a special kind of coverage. but the judge is requiring State Route 22 reporting because you've screwed up in one way or another. The nature of that screw-up, and the others likely to be on your MVR, will have an effect on the premium.